Welcome to Real Estate with Ibrahim, where we talk about Dubai real estate market, what a developer life is, what a real estate broker life is, what we think about Dubai, where the Dubai is going, what about the property transactions, trends, prices. You will get complete information with Real Estate with Ibrahim.
Welcome to the first episode, Ibrahim.
Thank you so much.
And there is a lot of information that is needed for investors, for people who are watching this, and as a developer that you are, and me as a real estate agent, I believe we can give a lot of information
Sure.
to the viewers, right?
Sure.
So, in your opinion, what are the best places to invest in Dubai?
Well, as I said in my previous videos, whenever we do an investment in any real estate community, we always talk about we should invest in a best location. And Dubai is one of the city where every good area terms as a location. Now, if you look Dubai, it's just 20 years old city. There are certain locations that we called a touristic locations. For example, downtown is there, Marina is there, Palm is there, La Mer is there. It's one of the good location to do investment. But there are communities such as JVC, Arjan, Dubai Land, and so many coming up that also give investors and users also a good space to live, a good space to make money in terms of appreciations and ROIs. So not only consider those locations, but of course the tier 2 category, which is JVC, Arjan, Majan nowadays, for Jan comes up, Dubai Lands comes up. These are also a good locations to work on it.
I mean, 100%, I agree. JVC has been performing consecutively for the past 2 years, one of the best places to invest.
It's not even 2 years. I mean, I took a data from Dubai Land Department. If you study about the last 4 years, 2020, 21, 22, 23, even current market, JVC doesn't have a Burj Khalifa view. It doesn't have a Burj Al Arab view. It doesn't have a marina, but still it's on top 5 communities in Dubai. And there are various numbers of reasons are there. So clients who are interested to do an investment, and investors always look for 2 things, either how their property are appreciated and how much ROI they are getting, the return on investment. JVC is one of the community which is leading in both ways. So the price per square feet is lesser, but in return, your appreciation and ROI, it's higher. It's competing with the top known touristic locations.
True, very true. Right. What are the pros and cons of buying an off-plan property?
See, whenever we buy off plan, the plus point comes where you get the best price per square feet. You get options. Developers always comes with a unique idea for every next developments. Like us, we have started our doing construction in Arjan, then we moved to JVC. If I talk about our both the projects, there are always be a different scenarios point of view. The quality constructions get better, the options get better, the unit sizes are there. So whenever we buy an off plan on the day 1 stage, the investors or the end users always have options, so they can choose based on their preferences. And of course, the price point will be on the lower side. Compare the same building get completed. And now if you go to our property in Arjan, the people who have bought a year back with X price, today the price become X plus 3. So which means even today's clients or end users or investors enter, they buy at a higher price point. Plus the options won't be there. So there always be plus and minus based on the client preferences. Some clients do not want to take risk. Some clients do not want to wait until the construction complete. Some clients want ready to move in. They want to see, touch and feel. So it depends on the client's preferences.
Right. What are the most important factors to consider when buying a real estate property?
See, there are 5 factors that you have to consider. First, if you're buying an off-plan, always look for the location. Location in a sense where you will feel comfortable in terms of investing. If you're an end users, people always see are their office, the location of the office or their children's schools. Based on that, they always check that. If you're an investors, you always work on the stats. The second thing, you have to check the developer profile. what developer has done, what kind of quality, what kind of construction they have done. Is there any delays happen? Because that was a biggest concern in Dubai real estate market. The third factor is the developers support the investors or not. I've seen in Dubai, with my 12 years of experience in Dubai in real estate market, I've seen some developers launch the project with X point, and on a later stage, they manipulate the prices. They selling at lower prices where the investors doesn't get the margin to make profits. So is the developer supporting the investors or not? Third is the customer care services. Developing a property is an easy job. A developer they hire the contractor and the product, it's done. But what happened after that? It's the customer service is there or not. It's developer, it's emphasizing and make the customer satisfaction or not. That's one of the major concern in Dubai real estate market is. And last not the least is the price point. So what kind of deal you're getting, what sizes of the apartment you're getting. It is worth of every penny that you're paying, it should have the value in terms of the investment.
I agree. Next question is, for a foreigner, how can he invest in Dubai? And I've heard people don't even have to come to Dubai to invest. So is it true? How can we do it?
It's absolutely true. Dubai, it's one of the city where you don't need to come to buy a property. You can sit on your computer table. You should have funds, but you should sit on your computer table, look into property, research, do all the due diligence, and you can buy the property. It's one of the safest city in the world to do the investment. The government initiates many things to help the investors. For example, you can buy an off-plan property where the money goes to escrow account, which is safer and governed by the government, which is used only for the construction. Secondly, on a time of the COVID, back in 2020-21, the government took an initiate that they intervene on the real estate transactions, so the money will be far more secure. Like for example, you sits in Pakistan, or let's say you sits in UK, and I'm sitting in Singapore. I'm the seller, you are the buyer. We don't need to come to Dubai. The government is there to assist all the real estate transactions. So when a government initiate on the real estate transaction deals, and when they make the policy in such a simple way that the investor doesn't need to worry, the documents are so transparent, it's become so easier for the foreign investors to come and buy the property. Without even coming, they can visit online and they can buy the property. A developer, like for example, from my perspective as a developer, if my client is anywhere in the world, I have done for last 3 years so many meetings on Zoom calls, and I've ended up closing business on Zoom calls. The client doesn't need to come. The market, it's very much easy. It's transparent. Everything, it's far more easy to understand.
No, I completely agree. I've seen myself clients, they have put the faith in. But again, I also believe that they should have their, knowledge. They should do their due diligence.
That's what I said. Nowadays, it's so easily accessible to the clients. The clients can do their entire due diligence on sitting on a laptop, on their couch. The land department website is entirely accessible. You can check the numbers of that community. There's so many websites linked with Dubai Land Department where you can check about the stats, even the population living in certain areas, even the transactions happened recently for like last month to 3 months and 6 months. Based on that, even the investors or the end users can do their analysis as well. Apart from it, like for example, if in our development, we come to a point that if an investor or end user residing in some other part of the world, as I told you, we make Zoom calls, we make the walkthrough for the client so they can see and feel the actual apartment while sitting on their couches. So we made things so easier for the investors that we provide them all the reports, they can even verify it, plus they can move in the apartment without even coming to Dubai, and at the end they can do easy transactions.
Tell me about AYS and tell me about the developments AYS has done, and as an investor point of view, why should people invest with AYS?
Let me tell you about the background of AYS. We are a group of companies. We are into many fields apart from real estate. We are into oil and gas, we are into transportations, we are into currency, commodity, gold. Now, back in 2012, the AYS management decided to step into the real estate segment. And the company owners are from Kazakhstan. They have started doing their construction in Kazakhstan. Then we moved to Russia. We did one development in Finland. And back in 2018, we came to Dubai as in terms of doing the development over there. 19 we bought the plot. 2020 we actually launched the project by the name of Q Gardens Boutique in Arjan. Now, AYS has always worked on a very basic principle. Having said that, if you open any company in the world, you always need to be strong on the basics. Now, the basics of real estate development is you have to work on the sizes of the apartment, you have to work on the quality of the apartment, and moreover, whatever the amenities you're providing. Now, if you look, the market is expanding, the competition is increasing. Most of the developers tend to forget about a simple basics. This is what we have done, what we have utilized and implement, that we worked on the basics. The first project of Arjan is the mere example. We worked on the sizes. Like for example, you as an investor, you buy an apartment for the making the money. Now, during the course of construction or after the construction, you want to sell off your apartment. To whom you going to sell? To the end user, of course, because investors, in a good market area, the investors can sell to the investors, but in majorly market, the investors sells to the end users. Or take an example, you're looking for an ROI investment for the rental returns. The tenants are the end users. They always look the apartment as a home. So if a developer is not building a home, I cannot guarantee a return on investment on a higher side, nor the capital appreciation. The second thing comes is the amenities. Buildings should offer enough amenities that satisfy the human needs. Now, Dubai, it's very good in this. Majority of the developers are coming with numerous of amenities. We come with around 6 to 7, which are basic amenities, starting with swimming pool, gym, to have the cinema in the building, which is more important for a human life to enjoy those amenities. But last not the least, the important is the quality. We came to Dubai to have a quality life. We came to Dubai to enjoy the best of the best infrastructure in the world. Now, if I talk about real estate development, quality, it's everything today. What we do, we bring the material from Germany, Italy, or Spain. We bring the well-known brands from there, which means whatever penny you're paying on the apartment, everything it's valuable. So when I give the brands, it's more reliable, it's long-lasting, and that's make your investment more worthwhile.
Right. So what are the financial ways to invest in Dubai? And do we have any taxes when we invest in property in Dubai?
That's a very important question, Ahmed. So let me divide your question in two parts. If I talk about financial ways, again, there are two kinds of properties, off-plan and the ready ones. On off-plan, what developers have done, they have given the clients an easy payment plan. Nowadays, the monthly payment plan is on the trend. Like the client doesn't need to pay a heavy installments on every transactions. We literally make a very easy installments like a monthly payments. So for example, a client can come and make a down payment, and then we divided the remaining amount on a monthly basis, like 1-2% per month. So in whatever country you are, either you're staying in Africa, staying in Europe, staying in America, it will be easier for you to do a monthly transactions, which means you are saving your equity. You're not putting the entire equity in one go. Payment plan is one of the easiest options. Second comes, there are certain properties in Dubai, you can take a 50% of bank mortgage on the off-plan properties as well, whereby you have to pay the 50% upfront. The remaining 50% will be mortgaged by the bank based on the approvals. When I come to the properties which are ready to move in, if you are a GCC or if you are the resident of UAE, you can get mortgage up to 80-85, whereby some banks also even include the land department charges, which are 4% on the mortgages. So which means you're paying around like 80% or 20% from your pocket, remaining goes to the bank. Again, on the up to 25 years based on your age. If you're an overseas client, it goes same, 50% or 60% the bank can mortgage based on your eligibility, remaining you have to pay. So you pay the first 50% or 40% from your side, and remaining you can take the mortgage from bank easily.
Right.
And coming on the second part about the taxes, Dubai is one of the cities, if I say there are very few cities which have zero tax. So for example, you buy a property, only what you have to pay is a 4% Dubai land department fees, which is like people call it registry or stamp duty, whatever you say it. This is the one time. Remaining, there is no tax. So you sell a property on appreciation, there is no capital gain tax. You can generate income from the rental, there is no income tax, there is no rental tax. So whatever amount that you're generating, everything goes to your pocket.
I mean, that's amazing. What are the amenities people look for when they buy a property in Dubai?
This is, I need to ask you, let's say you want to live in an apartment for yourself.
Yeah.
What amenities you like?
I mean, I will definitely look for a gym,
Okay.
a swimming pool.
All right.
I would look for a good reception or a good concierge service, maybe.
What else you want?
I think for a person who's working, who wants to buy, I think that's good. But then something for the kids as well, maybe a kids play area. Inside the building, yeah, I think these are the minimum things that I want.
Let me tell you, if you're talking about reception, if you're talking about gym, swimming pool, majorities of buildings in Dubai, these are the basic amenities which every other buildings have. Now, what Dubai has done, instead of providing these amenities, they have add-ons more amenities. Like, for example, they made the reception far more beautiful, looks like a hotel. Then in certain buildings, good quality buildings, you have a study area or your work area in the reception. On top of that, the gym become not a very small gym of the building, it's purely full-fledged gym you can find in the buildings. A swimming pool turns into a salt treatment or a temperature controlled swimming pools. On top of that, for the kids, even in our development, we having an indoor kids play area for the small kids. Then we have a game room for the big kids like us. Then we have a barbecue area. We have a rooftop lounge. We have open cabana areas. Then on top of that, we have an indoor cinema as well. So whatever, as I told you, whatever the human life need to enjoy on their spare time, instead of going anywhere else, they can sit in their building, just go on the amenities and enjoy the good time with them.
I mean, whatever I asked for, whatever the investor asked for, you're giving the double, if not triple of it.
True.
So, JVC, like you said, is a developing area of Dubai. So, tell me more about JVC. Why should someone invest in JVC as a community? Because smart investors, they don't invest in an apartment or a building. They invest in a good community. So, why should an investor invest in JVC?
Okay. Let me ask you again this question. What do you mean by community?
Community means you have hospitals, you have schools, you have landscaping done, you have all of these amenities that a family needs in a community. For me, that's a community where
that's
I can call
exactly
home.
what JVC is. So now, JVC comes in between two of the major highways. One, it's your Al Khail Road, one in the Mohammed bin Zayed Road. Plus, it interconnect with the Hessa streets.
That's right.
Now, if you want to go for either Sharjah side or Abu Dhabi side, JVC comes more in the middle. Like, in short, we have two airports. One is the Al Maktoum Airport, one is the Dubai International Airport. JVC comes literally in between both. Like, to go from each side, you take half an hour, you reach. That's a JVC in terms of strategical point of view. Now, JVC have mall, which is Circle Mall. JVC have school inside the JVC community. Neighboring, it's more than 10 schools are there. So within a radius of 5 kilometers, you have 3 malls, you have more than 10 schools, you have petrol stations.
Also, Mall of the Emirates is like 10 minutes away from JVC.
Mall of the Emirates just comes. So we have Mall of the Emirates is there. We have Dubai Hills Malls is there. We have Circle Mall, which is inside the JVC. Very soon in JVT, this new mall is opening. Then IMPZ is a nearby community. We have IMPZ City Center, Mason City Center is there. So the malls are there. On top of that, JVC have schools, which is inside the JVC, and the next community in Barsha South 3, you have around 6 to 7 schools, James International, you have so many are there. On top of that, you have 2 petrol stations, which is one of the most important thing that when we research, people require the gas stations close by to community. JVC have 2, one on the Hessa Road, one inside the JVC. On top of that, JVC have 2 of the major 5-star hotels inside. You have hotel apartments inside. And for the family, JVC has 28 community parks, which no other neighboring communities have that much amount of parks are there. So if you look as a community in terms of accessibility, in terms of the appreciation point of view, JVC has everything. And the good news is that Hessa Street is expanding. I mean, I've recently discovered one of the stats I was reading, except apart from the Sheikh Zayed Road, Hessa is one of the busiest road in Dubai. So Hessa Road is expanding, so which means the new people will start coming in that area. On top of that, in the next 10 years, you will see the Dubai Metro will expanding until JVC. So there will be 2 of the major Dubai Metro lines will will pass through JVC. So which is not there, it's actually coming in JVC, is getting more better community than it is.
Yes,
now
true.
for last 4 years, JVC is on top 5 community of Dubai without having the expansion of Al Khail, without having the metro line. Imagine once these things will in place, JVC will be in the next level.
Very true, very true. So, AYS, what's coming up next for AYS, their developments? What's the next project that they're looking into?
So we currently are totally engaged on the JVC location for the next 6 to 8 months. We have running a project by name of Kew Gardens Loft in District 13, right opposite to 5 JVC, which is going to complete by next year, Q4. Very soon, we are coming with a new launch by name of Kew Gardens Loft 2 in District 12. That will be ready by 2026. We already started selling as a pre-launch. Very soon we will launch the project, and hopefully, if the plans goes right, by January end or beginning of February 2024, we're going to launch one more project in JVC. Again, by the brand name of Kew Gardens we will do. And all of our projects will have 3 things which are going to be very much common, which is a basic, as I said. It will be a size, it will be amenities, it will be have the quality will be there for sure.
Mm-hmm. And is it true that you are one of the only developers who have all of their quality and all of their products mentioned in the SPA?
Yes, we are the only one. Like when we started in Arjan, we can literally claim that whatever we write on a piece of a paper, which is the sale purchase agreement, is one of the legal document, we mention the brand names. So what happened in Dubai? I mean, people can say the kitchen is an Italian equipped or German equipped, but we mention if it's Italian equipped, which what brand. So you can even challenge us if that brand is not there. Not even the kitchen, even the doors come from Italy, Bortolotti, even the sanitary comes from Italy and Germany. So whatever the brands we showcase in our sample or mock-up apartment, we write the same brands on the SPA, and that's effect. Again, give the better appreciation, a better price point to the investors. When they exit, they can showcase what they're getting is the same.
So, Dubai has regulated the market, the real estate market, in a way where it's really hard to do fraud or do scam, right?
True.
You see other real estate markets in the world, people, I won't name out the countries or the places, but it's really easy to, do fraud and scam. But we're in a place where Dubai Land Department is taking care of all of it. Then you have RERA, Real Estate Regulation Authority, right? So everything is very regulated. Now, people still find loopholes. People still find a way to cheat and fraud people, right? How can an investor be safe from these frauds and these scammers?
Again, as I said, if you do your due diligence, research, even on sitting on your couch on a laptop, you will understand about the basic regulations of Dubai. Let's take, if you're buying a property, Offplan, there are certain factors are there. First, you can check developer profile. Second, you can pay the money during the course of construction on an escrow account. There is no need to pay in any other XYZ account because, and these informations are available on Dubai Land Department websites. So before even when you selected a project, you can go to Land Department websites, put a project name, you will find the entire profile of the developer. This developer is registered, is it active, what is the registration developer's code, the number, registration number, is the project is active, what stage the project is, what is the escrow account, which means the account details where you're transferring the money. Everything will be registered and it's visible over there. A client can even check what the agreements what they're getting. They can verify everything from Dubai Land Department.
And there's also app like Dubai Rest app.
Exactly.
You can check
Dubai Rest is there. Then you can check about the previous, like for example, if someone says it's a ready building, this building is selling, like apartment selling for $1 million, they have sold multiple apartments for $1 million, but in reality, the apartment sells only for 600, 700,000. You can check even the last transactions registered in land departments as well, so nobody will try to fool you. If you're too naive to don't understand about the market, it's entirely different. But if you use your tiny little brain, you will find all the information is readily available. Again, let's check, is a ready property. You want to rent the apartment and you don't want to rent at a lower price, neither the higher price. The rental index calculator is there. Even the landlords can get to know what is the rental amount they can expect on their apartment or a villa. Same as for the tenants as well, how much rental they can expect. Instead of agreeing on some X amount, which is unrealistic figure or below the market, they can even check everything. Dubai has made real estate transactions as simple as it can be. In terms of documents, they are not that very high. I will say the English written is a very simplified documents. Yeah. If you know basic English, you can understand those documents, as well as there are so many mediums to verify each and everything.
You can get a translator as well, or
you can get. And in Dubai, every document, being this is an Arabic country, every documents have bilingual. You have English as well as Arabic. So it goes in the same way. Plus, you can even translate to your own language just to understand things. So Dubai is far more easier than the other bigger real estate markets of the world.
Mm-hmm. Right. So let me put a scenario here.
Okay.
Right. There's a person who has all the money in the world, right? Mm-hmm. What real estate market would he invest into? He has New York to invest into. He has London to invest into. He has Singapore to invest into. And he has Dubai. Where do you think he would invest, and why should he invest in that country or city?
Why should if he has all the money in the world, buy everywhere real estate, because the real estate property will never gonna go down.
Yeah.
It is always gonna make multiples. But yes, which area it's growing fast, that's a different scenario than having a property if you have no limit of the money. So New York also gave him appreciation. London will also give him appreciation. Singapore will also give him appreciation. Dubai will also give him appreciation. But Dubai will give him a faster rate of appreciation. Secondly, is save of tax. In London, New York, in Singapore, you will pay tax. The price point that you're buying, you will buy literally on a higher price. Now, these kind of clients who have all the money in the world, they don't care about either market is going up or going down. They just care about their reputation. They can buy in one of the expensive villas in Palm Jumeirah. They can buy in Burj Khalifa. They doesn't care about the money because they want their repo. They want their fame to be there.
They want that trophy.
They want that trophy that I own one of the best of the best things. So they don't care about the money, but at the end, every money need to give a certain value. If I put the stats in that way, Dubai always overperform in terms of the values, because the price of property that you buy is cheaper than those areas. You get a better lifestyle, a better community, a crime-free area. So he will get a better community, he will get a better environment to live in. I mean, I've seen so many celebrities comes to Dubai, they enjoy a good quality time rather than back in India or let's take in UK, they always keep on hiding from the people. Dubai gave utterly a good space to each and everyone. If you have a no money point, Dubai is still one of the finest place to make things double, to have everything in double.
I mean, I can't agree more to it. So the way I look at things is, you have this piece of paper which is called money, right? And at the end of the day, this is a piece of paper, and what really brings value is not money, it's assets. Real estate being one of the biggest assets, right? Then you have to see, all right, what's bringing value to your asset. Now, if you invest, because I have my relatives and I have my friends who are investing in the UK, and they're invested in the US as well. But like what you said, people get faster returns, more double returns, same returns, but in a very short period of time, and they don't have to pay taxes, and they're living in a country where they can build businesses. You can be an entrepreneur, you can open up a business, you can even, it's good for your kids and family as well.
True. I mean, if you look Dubai with the overall package, like let's say you come with the intention to stay, to open a business, you want to live your life in Dubai. To open a business is very easy. You have to know what section, what industry you want to work, pay the fee, open the company, open accounts, buy an office, rent an office, even on the business center, if it's your company required initially. You can start working about the firm. Then buying, renting, it's very easy. Every data is online. You can check what's the rate, go and live. Either you purchase or you rent on the initial stage. Once you have the property, you're not paying for any taxes. You just pay for the registration. You're living your good life. On top of that, there was a time in Dubai when the weather was very hot. For last couple of years, the weather is getting better and better. We literally feel the cold environment, the winters in Dubai. Now the weather is also supporting us. The business it's easy to do it. There is very hardly any restrictions are there when you want to run a company. So you can run any service industry, any other industry you can run in an easy way. On top of that, which is one of the best thing what UAE and Dubai can serve, it's the safety and security of your money and of your life, of your health. If you're there in America, if you're there in UK, if you're there in Singapore, you're always concerned about one of the factor. I've been over there, I've worked over there, even I've studied in one of the country. There'll always be a factor where you're concerned about your life, your safety, your money or something. Dubai, it's free of everything. I never concerned about the safety of my money. I never concerned about the health issues over there because of the best of the best infrastructure and the doctors that we have. And I never think about the safety issues. I can go in the middle of the night anywhere I want. My wife can go anywhere in the middle of the night and it will be easier. Like there's no
concern of safety.
There's no concern. I cannot do this in Africa. I definitely cannot do this even on the best city, like for example in UK. I cannot do it. So Dubai gave us the space and the place that where we can work happily,
stay
happily, live happily without any concern about these small issues.
Yeah, true, very true. Where do you see Dubai going in the next 10 years? I mean, the government has its plan of doubling the population, doubling the infrastructure. What do you think about the new upcoming projects, Palm, Jebel Ali, these type of projects? What do you think about it?
See, if you ask me where I can see Dubai in next 10 years, Dubai will become something that nobody have seen that city in our lifetime. There is no example before. What they are doing, what they're coming up in terms of using AI, what they are doing in terms of making things humanless in many of the things. For example, we will have flying taxis to the flying courier services, using the in future the Dubai will be entire metro connectivity, plus in future the hyperloop will gonna come, the property market gonna expand to the level that Dubai never seen it. They just plan something and they try to build with the good intention to achieve, and this is what they do, and they have done it good. What was recent example is their expo.
Yeah.
It was a mere piece of land, a deserted area with just one vision, a good heart vision. And now if you see the expo city, it's one of the best area, and it's going to be the one of the best area of Dubai in future. The entire line of the expo, which is from the Palm Jebel Ali to the Al Maktoum airport, that entire area gonna boom up in future. Definitely we look for the development over there also. Dubai, it's gonna be something which it's beyond the imagination. What we never think of, we dreamt of, and Dubai will fulfill the dreams.
I mean, I can't agree more to it. Now, as a real estate agent and you being as a developer agent, what are the problems that you face? I mean, because at the end of the day, you want real estate agents working with you. I work with you, I have a good experience.
I love this question.
You love this question?
I love this question. I tell you, one thing which many of the people will not agree with me, and some people will really feel very bad. What a broker thinks that our job is to get the client, that's it. Our job is to give a cold call. This is not the easy job. It's a very hard job. Or either we receive a lead from the marketing. Let's convince the client to come to the developer. And then when the client come to a developer office, leave the client to the developer guy. He will do the needful. He will show his magic. Of course, we know our job. Of course, we will try to do everything possible to close the deal. And that's my target is. But I also need from the real estate brokers is to filter the client. It saves my time, it saves your time at most, because you are more precious time. You are dealing on a commission basis. You might get 100 of clients. If let's say you get 10 clients on a daily basis, you need to filter out your clients. Which clients you need more effort, which clients you need less efforts, which clients can wait for your call. If you work on those clients who are ready to close, who are on a stage of you did your filtration with the client, their preferences, you selected these are the couple of projects, that make my job even much easier, because I know this is a filtered client. I will show them the options. I try to mold, do a little bit of my skills, and the deal is done. You will be paid. But I've seen Nowadays, when the market is good in Dubai, every XYZ person want to become the realtor, the real estate developer, the real estate agent. It's a easy money when the market is going good. When the market turns a little bit down, all these newbies will disappear from the market and they will say real estate is not my thing. It was not. It's always says when the water is flowing, it's easy to swim. When the water stable or turns backside against the water, it's very difficult to swim. There are very few good realtors in the market who swims in any seasons. Those knows how to filter the client, what are the questions need to be asked. And there's so many videos out there. Even if they filter the client, ask them the right questions, you can literally take to the exact property and you make your transaction faster and easier. This I want the real estate agent should understand. It's not just bring the client, keep to the developer, let him do this. And if it isn't able to close, this company is not good. That's not the way. It's not a blame game. It's a team effort, what we do.
No, I can't agree more. Right. Why should people work with you as a developer? What do you bring on the table?
So if I talk about my development, whatever the client needs, end user needs, investor needs, my development offer them the same. If you need a high ROI appreciation, come to AYS, come to Q Gardens. If an end user needs a space, size, quality, amenities, come to AYS. And if they come to me, I have profound 16 years of experience now, 16 years of real estate experience now. And I have not even worked in Dubai. I've worked in London. I've worked in Africa. I've worked in India. I'm working in Dubai for last 12 years. They should knock my door. I will give them a good advice, a good reason to buy. And while you're working for last 16 years, you understand the client preferences. You understand like what client needs, what you need to say to the client, which it literally emphasizes. Some clients are aggressive buyer. Some clients are emotional buyer. Some clients are calculative buyer. Some clients are religious belief buyers. I have dealt with every single client in my life and still I'm learning. Still, I'm facing new challenges, but with my profound experience, it's become easier for me to get the answer of those challenges, to find a way for those challenges. And if they knock the door, if they come to the AYS, and if they meet me, definitely, I will not make you dissatisfied.
Yeah,
you will be happy to. You definitely, as a broker, you will learn new something for sure, and as a client, will be very happy and you'll able to do a purchase with me for sure.
Yeah. And even if you don't get something, you'll probably get a coffee.
Definitely, that's there. If you don't find me, you'll find a coffee for sure.
Right. So, Ibrahim, why did you join real estate?
I'm a 90s boy. I'm born in 87. Since my early childhood, during my school age, in India, people always say there are three essential things of a human being to live the life: food, water, and shelter. Now the essential things are increased. They need internet. They need so many things are there. But I always believe that yes, food, water, shelter is something that we need to survive, to have a good life. And I concentrate on point one now. You should have a shelter. If you don't have a shelter, you will struggle for everything. You need a piece of a place to rest, to be calm, to think of your future, to think about what you need to do the next day. You need a place to sit down with your family, to spend a good time. And it's been like 16 years of journey. I always think about to what new things I can do, what a product to be made in such a way where you will find your shelter as a peaceful place to live in. And this is what I have done. I'm a very old school boy in that thought, but I always believe, again, with the basics, if your basics are strong, you can do wonders in the world. So, and that make me to come to a real estate, to find a good shelter, even for myself, a good shelter, even for every client, a good shelter, even for every investor, so they can make money. This is what you have done.
It makes sense. Now that you have spent 15, 16 years in real estate, you're doing an amazing job. What's next for you personally? What do you want to do in the next 10 to 15 years?
I will explain my real estate scenario. See, real estate, it's a very, very vast industry. Some people think buying and selling is only in real estate. It's not. Real estate, buying and selling is one. What is behind the scene about the development, the techniques, the mind which is there in terms of buying a single land. In fact, get an idea to buy something, to buy something, to build something, to sell something, and make the customer satisfy and then follow up. Real estate is completely a very vast industry. It's not engaged only on residential. You have lands, you have commercials, you have so many things are there. In next 10 years, for sure, you will see me in the same path of real estate, but definitely on a different level. If I say it, it will be more on the development. I'm a real estate residential guy. I will keep on expanding on the residentials. I'll keep, because with having experience of 16 years in sales, nowadays, because of the AYS, I'm using my experience in terms of development and designing the product as well, giving my inputs, what the client need in the market, because we guys there in the field, we guys are running in the field, we knows what clients' demands are. If we make a product in such a way, where we matches the client's interest or the investor's interest, definitely we can do wonders in our development. So I will be more into the development of the real estate market.
I mean, I cannot wait to see you be more successful, grow more in your industry. And also, as a real estate agent myself, what advice would you give to me to be successful in this industry? I mean, I have 3 years of experience compared to your 15 years of experience. What advice would you give me?
Never lose hope. Always work hard.
I mean, it's easy to say, but
it's easy to say.
But 6 months you don't get transaction, and you're like, "What do I do next? Maybe it's not good for me."
In my career, there were times, up and downs is every day in everyone's career. Nobody can say from the day one I succeed and I'm successful from the day one. No, everybody says that everybody faces a downturn. I face a downturn as well, being on the real estate developer. People think that the real estate developers' lives are very easy. They get good, handsome salary, plus commission, plus this. It's not easy. It's first, I need to convince you to work for me, like for my product. Though you have so many developers out there in the market, big names to the new names. They're coming with varieties of offers. Though there are a lot of people out there, a lot of agents out there, first I need to qualify the best agent. Then for the best agent, I need to convince him to sell my product and to sell with me. And that's not an easy job. Clients comes on a later stage. First, I have to convince the real estate. Now, real estate agents who are very much expert in the field, they check us. Now, for you, the best thing what you can do is, it's easy to say, don't lose hope. But I have done, there were bad times, bad months for me. You always have to be persistent. Whatever you're doing, even is your good day or a bad day, you should not leave the duty, leave the job. Every day you wake up, you should have a plan, what you need to do, and work on the plan. Like for example, every day I have around 4 to 5 meetings. On top of that, I get some surprise visits. Some client comes or agent comes and say, hey, I'm coming in 5 minutes, which has not been planned. Even if my day is not good, my mood is not good, whatever it is, I go in the job every day. I work hard because that 8-10 hours, it's for my job. From where I can make my remaining 12 hours comfortable. So you have to be persistent. It's never look down. Always learn from the mistakes. If you're doing mistakes on the real estate, it's good because that will make your, wider thinking that, okay, what I need to do to resolve that problem. If you can speak with the seniors, experienced peoples, talk to them, ask about the real estate. Might be sometimes someone's idea can wonder your life, can change your life. Meet more people, do networking a lot. Good networking a lot. The more people you know that you're working in real estate, there's a possibility to get a clientele, a referral from that source which doesn't exist in the market, so you will get some good deals also. Do everything, but never lose hope. Never feel low. There will be a time, but always fight. Now we are end for our first podcast. On my next episodes, I will invite few of the real estate brokers who have the profound experience of the real estate market in Dubai. I will discuss with them about the Dubai scenario, about Dubai real estate market, about what they think about where the market is going, what new is coming. You will find more details. Check out for my next episodes.